All right, we got triplets this week. So the beat is divided up into 3 equal parts. Make sure you count these when you play it from at least 60 to 120. And be careful of the strum direction. Doing it the way it's shown is going to help keep things nice and smooth. Let's turn this up a little bit. Okay. And 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 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 120, 1 and a 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2. 160. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Kind of missed the strings there. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. $200. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And 240. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go to 180 for the repeats. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 2, very similar to number 1, but a little bit different. Watch the strumming. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 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 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. 160. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 200. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 240. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Missed the strings. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Let's go to 180 for the repeats. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I did not do the repeats. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time, make sure I got it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, new palm muting. So the thing I mentioned yesterday to help get this pattern down, you can think of it like you have 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, whoa. I'm not clicking that well, so like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Because that's how the palm mute patterns go on. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 160. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 200. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeats. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So scale stuff. Let me bring up another thing. There we go. Hold on. Reset. There we go. Okay. All right, so yeah, looking at this, starting with the major scale now. So we started with pentatonics, and then we moved into what I like to call the condensed scale shapes. And then, or now, we're going to be working on the 3-note per string scale shapes as well. So we've been starting with the A minor pentatonic, but I'm going to look at this starting with the second one, the C major pentatonic now. So the C major pentatonic, we had the notes C, D, E, G, and A. And then we added the B and F notes. So the shape that you learned starts like this. Well, technically should have stopped there. So yeah, the C major pentatonic scale shape, the whole thing up and down. Then we added the B and F notes. So you could make that a C major scale by leaving out that B note on the low E string. So basically, just start on the 8th fret, go up and down, back to the 8th fret. And this would make it a C major scale. Which is how this thing starts off in terms of the sound. So I'm going to go up to this note in the 3-note per string scale shape so you can hear how it's the same thing. So condensed shape that you learned once more. Now we rearrange the notes on the fretboard a little bit and get this. since we're going to have 3 notes per string, we go up a little bit higher. So, just another way of looking at the same notes, but yeah, just laid out in a different way. So with these 3 note per string patterns, there's basically 3 things that continue to happen again and again. So I'm using this color-coded system here that I got from somebody else because, man, it's a fantastic tool to learn and use. Basically, the red notes are for the whole step pattern. So when you go up 2 frets, that's a whole step. So we go up a whole step and then another whole step. Do that twice. And then the green notes, that's when you go from your index finger up a half step, then a whole step. And then after that, we got some blue notes, and that is for the whole step, half step pattern. So remembering that you basically have those 3 things can help out a lot. The whole step, half step, whole step, and then whole step, half step. So, just like all the pentatonic and condensed scale shapes are connected, this stuff is all connected as well. So let's change a little bit here. That's not going to be able to zoom out well enough, is it? All right, never mind. So I'm going to scroll through here. So every single shape, when you have the whole step stuff, red notes, half step, whole step, you got the green, and the whole step, half step, you got the blue. So every single time you got that, you have the same pattern, just the same 3 types of fingerings or the same patterns, just over and over again, just laid out in different ways. And when I'm thinking about it, I'm going to grab a video that talks more about this. Even talks about something that's a little bit about modes in it. Basically, I was reacting to the video that showed this color-coded system. When I get a bit more involved with modes. But anyway, let's see. Shred scale. Where is that thing? There it is. All right, found it. So yeah, I'm going to send this video over as well. I'd like you to check out. It can help explain this stuff even better, I think. It's 30 minutes long, so, you know, just watch little bits here and there. That's fine. But anyway, so some same kind of things happen with like the pentatonics and the condensed shapes. You know, when you're playing one scale shape, you're playing part of the next one. So if I get rid of the first note of each string here, and then I get rid of the last note of each string here, we're left with the same shape. And that happens every single time. So yeah, whenever you're playing one shape, you're playing part of the next one as well. So if you remember how when you can play one shape, basically you can kind of figure out how that next one's going to begin. So you see, left with the same shape. Got rid of the first notes here, or the first note on each string here, the last note of each string here gone, and left with the same shape. We got mode names involved here. We'll get more into what all that is a bit later. But yeah, instead of saying the C major scale, which is what this is, we can also say the C Ionian. And then the next scale shape, we got D Dorian. And then we have E Phrygian played in 2 positions. So we got the high octave as well as the open position. F Lydian, G Mixolydian, A Aeolian, also known as your A minor scale or the A natural minor scale. And then B Locrian. And then we got all the notes laid out on one fretboard there. So another cool thing that happens with this stuff is, Grab this guy. So basically, with these 3 notes per string scale shapes, you know, we have these last 3 notes here on the high E string. So 10, 12, and 13, or D, E, and F, is how that one ended. Well, that's how the next one begins on the low E string. See, we got 10, 12, whoops, 12, and 13. This isn't painting in very well, is it? Terrible. Anyway, so yeah, 10, so this one ends, again, the 10, 12, and 13th fret. This one begins 10, 12, and 13th fret. And so this one, ending 12, 13, and 15. The next one begins 12, 13, and 15. And then down here, we got the lower octave, so it's going 1, 3, and 5, or F, G, A. Well, the next one starts with the F, G, and A. So yeah, just paying attention to little things like that can really help get the memorization down. So these are the next scale shapes to start working on getting down, getting memorized. So any questions that come up, let me know, and I will see you again next week.